what I feel right now. Brand new coupe, baby, I hop out with make her southwest.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Scottie Show. Tonight, man, I have a comedian, man. I ran into him at a couple spots, man, and like he's just overall a cool dude, funny ass person, man. Man, he's funny as fuck, man. Robert Dortch, man. How's it going, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm excited, bro. You do everything. I'm
Bro, I'm
excited to be
trying.
on here. I like that though. I like that. I think we get caught up in trying to be in a box. And people be like, I just do one thing.
Yeah, bro. I just like cause like I was making music before, you know, I was doing all this other stuff, but man, like for the people that don't know who you are, man, who is Robert, man?
Man, I'm a young, handsome black man who's trying to always get his bag up. So
I feel you.
I'm always everywhere, man. I'm a big traveler. Everyone really never knows where I'm based at. I met you through comedy.
Mhm.
I write a lot. I do all these little other side projects. I try to everything I try to do. I try to do about love, man.
Yeah.
So I mean, my whole thing. I mean, my whole friend group knows this is it's no bad days, bro. You have bad moments. You don't got no bad days.
Yeah, bro, I feel that, bro. So what got you into comedy, and like what scene did you come up in when you were first like starting out and shit?
I was just talking to this with a girl literally 2 days ago. She asked me the same question. What's crazy is I'm a writer first,
Mm,
and I've always been. When I was super young, I wrote comic books. I would take copy paper and I
okay.
would fold it, and I could only draw facial expressions. That was a crazy thing.
Uh,
So I got with this homeschool kid down the street. His name was Kyle, little white boy. And me and him, I made a deal with him. I was like 8 years old. I was like, listen, I'm gonna make the comic book. I'm gonna draw all the panels. I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna write the entire story, and you from the bubbles just draw it for me. So
mm,
we literally had like a little comic book business. It was like 50 cents per comic. It blew up because Kyle decided to keep like $1.50 and say he lost comic books. Plus,
uh,
I stopped doing it. I mean, you're super impressed when I was like 13. I was doing everything, man. I was in chess club, theater,
damn.
sports, but some kids found my comic books and made fun of me. And that's like when I stopped making comic books. I was like 13. I
Uh,
was like, this isn't cool anymore.
yeah, bro.
But I
It's like
always did that.
like that's like one thing I never let stop me as a kid, bro. Cause like I was always a motherfucker roasting people, but and it kind of like gave me like confidence to not cave in to like cause like I didn't have like one specific group of people that like I was fucking with. Like I fucked with like the nerds,
Mhm.
the goth kids, I was playing sports, I wrestled, I played football in high school. I was, friends
You
with
were
the
a well-rounded person.
yeah, and and just because like someone saw me kicking it with like the goth kids or whatever, or the nerds or whatever, and someone was like, "Why are you kicking it with these people?" I'm like, "Cause I want to, bro." Like I used to kick it with like fucking dirt poor white people that were skateboarders and shit like that. Like I didn't like, I used to kick it with fucking niggas that was gangbanging. Like I was just like
That
literally
whole
kicking it with
spectrum.
I was kicking it with everybody. Like everybody, like I just love like looking at all different like walks of life and people that like judge people because they want to do something different. It can like there's so many people that have been thrown off like an important path because someone or some group of kids was like, that's lame, what are you doing, why are you doing that, like when that could be something that's big for that person, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that judgmental
Yeah,
shit.
I wish I had to find out the hard way that confidence. I wish I had that when I feel like I lost years doing this, man. Like before I even had like my first open mic show, I literally had a Google document of maybe 20 pages of just novels, not even like
Yeah,
jokes, just novels.
it's
So I
crazy.
remember my a couple people around me, I was like, you should do comedy, but I never took it seriously. I'm like, bro, that's the lame stuff. That's it. So then I remember I got up on stage and I want to say, like, I had to deal with myself. I had a girl with me on a date, and I was like, bro, if I bomb in front of this, I didn't even really know the girl. I was like, if I bomb in front of this, I ain't never doing this again. And then like it so happened with like I just freestyled for 3 minutes. I think I ran over my time, so they played me off. I was like, bro, everyone's like, oh, you was funny. And I'm glad I had that happen because after that I bombed like 3 straight times in a row.
Yeah,
I could not. And then I sat down and like learned the art of it. But I feel like I lost a lot of years just because, even in high school, I let
being
that
worried about what other people
high
think.
school was doing. Yeah, and
Yeah.
in high school I was super impressionable, man. So
Mm-hmm.
I remember there was a theater class, and I have a theater kid all the way up until high school. They cut the program, but we had to do a play. And if it was a comedy play, bro, I was with it. I was, I'm learning my lines. I'm putting my best performance on. If it's anything outside of a comedy, I purposely bomb it because I'm like, bro, this is lame. We were doing musicals, bro. I had to get in front of everybody and sing. I was like, bro, first off, I can't sing. People already
Yeah.
think this is like it's only 4 people in the class.
Yeah.
The thing was too, I'll never get this. We had a play, and since it was only like 4 of us, I had like multiple roles. So it was a
Yeah.
scene where I was talking to this girl. I was supposed to run off stage, change, go behind the stage, and then pop back out as my second character. It's the last play, program's getting cut. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do one extra. I told this girl, I think her name was Tierra. I was like, listen, the way the stage was divided off stage was sections. So section 1 is divided by curtains, section 2, section 3. I told her to put a mat in section 1, and I was gonna dive off stage for no reason. Like I hadn't practiced this, I had not at all. She was all right, cool, bro. I dove off to curtain 2. I completely forgot that the thing was in the little safety catch was in stage 1. I dove, I slammed my face on hardwood floor. And all you heard, bro, the thing was like my line was like, and off I go. And I jumped and I dove, and you heard me slam and like slide. Bro, when I tell you, I don't know what hurt first. And I made a noise I've never made before out of my body. Like I was in so much pain. I don't think you can understand when you can't identify where it hurts and it literally hurts. Because in my mind, when I went like this, I just knew I was gonna hit a cushion. And I just hit like I slid, and then it was like everybody was like, yo, what happened? No one's ever seen me do this. The girl peeks around the corner, she was like, Robert. I was like, what? She was like, you missed the stage. I was like, I know.
Oh my God.
But everybody was talking about that. I was embarrassed. I went back to school. I was like, bro, I'm gonna make fun of. Everyone was like, bro, that was the funniest thing when you dove off stage and almost literally killed yourself.
That shit's crazy.
But I definitely lost time because of just like caring what people think and stuff like that. Like I really do. I'm a natural at this, man. Like right now, I've written, I don't even know, like 8 short stories. Like I literally woke up this morning and I was like, oh, I'm gonna write a short story and stuff like that. Like that's what I do primarily. And then you even seen where I do stand up. Most of it really is stories. I can't tell one-liners. I can't just be like, walk outside and get hit by a truck. Like, what was funny? I don't know, dog.
Yeah. Like it's crazy though, because like even though like I like didn't care about what people thought, like I still cared because like I'll be thinking like, because like it's still like in your subconscious mind. So like everybody goes through this shit. And like some people try to like though. Yeah, some people try to like play it off like oh, I don't care what they think, but like deep down inside, like in your subconscious mind, you're kind of worried about it, but your mindset has to be on, I don't care about what people think, but you have to, just admit the fact that like, yeah, like you've cared before, and like there's a reason why you built like this confidence up to begin with, because like it just doesn't come out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Because like it's like I found out about that like at a younger point in life, you know what I'm saying? Like I was like fortunate enough to be like super self-aware of like, oh, everybody is like don't know what the fuck they're doing, and don't nobody know what the fuck they talk about. My parents really don't know. Like you grow up thinking that your parents know everything. You think you're growing up thinking that like other people's lives are perfect. Like especially like in the era that we live now on Instagram and shit like that. Like you think people's lives are so perfect, but like everyone is going through fucked up shit, whether they want to admit it or not. You know what I'm saying? And they're thinking like, damn, like what do people think about me? And like they want to put this perfect image of themselves out there. But once you realize like you can do whatever you want. Because at the end of the day, you're the one that's gonna die by yourself. Then the people that's hating on you, they're not gonna die with you. They're not dying.
We're gonna go out because Billy going out.
That's what I'm saying. Like if people was really like on like your dick that much, like that's what they would do. Like I'm like they'll be like, if he dying, I'm dying too. Like type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Billy got hit by a truck. I'm gonna get hit by that same truck tomorrow.
So what scene did you come up in the comedy scene?
I just started doing a lot of open mics in Chicago. Really, what's crazy is how like it went from a novelty to like almost an obsession. Like it went from just hitting the same open mic every week to I was like, all right, cool. Then like a homie was like, oh, go do this mic, go do this mic. And then I like literally blinked, and then people were like, here, now they're paying me for it. I was like, bro, this is weird. And then understanding that like there's comedy, and then there's like the political whatever side of this is.
Yeah, like
business side. And I don't want to call it business because none of us got agents. None of us
yeah,
talking,
yeah.
thousands of dollars in deals. We come up going home with maybe 50. Talking about Friday, a show for 50 or something like that. Or so, and then it went from like being this fun thing to now you're
It's a business type shit.
Yeah, really. Like
Yeah.
it really is. Like I said, I just hate use. I try not to use the word business because like I know none of us are there, but like essentially it really.
But they, because like the
game.
people that are booking the shows, they care who's gonna put butts in the seats. They don't care if you're funny or not at the end of the day. So in some of the cases,
the hard way at a couple of venues. I mean, it got to the point where because when I was an open micer, everyone wants me on their show. I mean, just to be like, oh yeah, we can throw you a quick little five, and all of a sudden, you start to do good. You start to develop a style and a cadence and your own pacing. And now all of a sudden, like there's a handful. I'm petty, bro. I remember these people by name to this day that like refuse to book me or like book me and then bump me off shows and stuff like that. Or shit like, bro, I'm just too busy for you and things like that. And I literally, it was a kid that literally told me, he was like, it's not just comedy anymore. And I was like, what does that even mean? Like, what does that even mean?
Like, and it's crazy because I used to hear like just like stories of like, because I'm only like a year into comedy, like. And like when I got paid for like my first show, I was like, man, I'm getting paid for this shit. This shit weird. And like, cause I told some jokes and like I just walked away. And then like when you get into like the politics of it, like I used to hear stories back in the day that people would just put people on just because they were funny. And now since we live in like this new era of like comedy now, like cause like it's internet comedy pretty much now. Like if you're not putting your shit on the internet and people can't see it, no one really gives a fuck. If you like murder the show at like at some big ass club,
gotta film everything.
You gotta
everything.
Yeah, you gotta film everything now. Put that shit out, and like you gotta be able to put butts in the seats. Like now, like people just don't care. They care if you're popular on the internet. They care if you pretty much if you can put butts in the seats now. Like, and that's like what it is. Like you can crush it, but they don't care unless you can put butts in the seats. Like overall, and that's kind of crazy though because I thought. You go ahead, bro.
There was 2 clubs in Chicago. I'm not gonna say their names, but I found out from people that were close to the guys that are running it because I was just heartbroken, bro. I was like, bro, why am I not getting on? Like, why? Like, I'm emailing them clips. I'm like, bro, I think I'm there. I'm working. Like, I'm like, why am I not getting on? I'm seeing the people that are getting put on these shows regularly. I'm on shows with them. They're like, Robert, you so funny. You. I'm like, well, what's happening? And they're like, bro, people don't know who you are. That boy can put a flyer up and get 10 people in here easy. I was like, oh, but what about when he goes on stage? They're like, no one cares about that. It's the bottom line.
Yeah.
A sold out show is a sold out show. I was like, bro, and I never in my wildest dreams thought about something like that.
And that's why, like, one of the things that I've been doing, like, I've been like easing back up on the stand-up. Like, I know I can rock. Like, I've done like 15 minutes. Like, I got a solid 15 minutes. Like, I'm not looking to do like 30 minutes or an hour anytime soon, being a year into comedy. Like, I'm not looking to, like for that right now. One thing I'm like trying to do is like, I'm just trying to build like, like a core audience with the podcasting with. Like, that's why I try to do everything else and incorporate it into like an ecosystem. So like, oh, he does music. Oh, well, what else does he do? He does podcasting. I can watch him every week.
It's a spillover.
Yeah.
People
like
from here are gonna be like, well, what Billy? Why you always talking about comedy? Let me go check out this comedy. Like, bruh, what? Dude is funny. Or like somebody that's even watching you do anything, or like doing music. They're like, he made a joke about being on stage. I don't think he was like, what is he talking about? And they go check something else out because you have so much content is king right now. If you do 20,000 things, you don't have to do 20,000 things great. If you do 20,000 things, that's 20,000 different fields you're in.
Yeah, and like you don't have to do it great, but you have to have some sort of like personality. You got to have some sort of flavor to it. Like you got to have like some kind of like style towards it. Like you got to have like your own like you got to have personality. Like you could do a whole bunch of things, but if it ain't got like no like it can grab somebody's attention or like like that's what I'm saying. Like you gotta like it's just like with comedy. The only way you get better at comedy is by doing comedy. Like you don't you can write a joke down and be like this shit funny. Like I know it's funny. The only way you know it's funny is if you go out and do the joke.
I had some jokes I just knew were funny. Boy, I had to go back to the drawing board. And what's crazy is understanding that it's very subjective.
Yeah.
Like what you think is funny, what I think is funny might not hit at a certain crowd. That doesn't mean that's not funny.
Yeah.
So then I met people that I know that were right and cater to an audience, and I was like, you can't do that. Like I can't go up and be like, okay, this is gonna be a crowd of all suburban Susans. from 35 to 45. What suburban jokes do I have? I have to write.
Dude, I just
can't
roast
write
their ass.
Boy, exactly. And I do like crowd work too. And so it's like,
bro, like it's hard for me to like even know about like when I go out to like Chicago and stuff, like it's like and I didn't start thinking of like that kind of aspect like it's like a while like knowing like who you're talking to pretty much. Like I would just go up there and just say shit and like that shit would land and I'd be like, damn, I didn't even like because I'm not thinking about like and then now like some people yeah and then now like some people will be like, oh, like you shouldn't really do this kind of material here because then some places won't book you because you're saying something that's like offensive or whatever and shit like that. Like I've like gotten like that said to me by like, you know, people and I'm like, what the fuck?
I just see your sets. I can see that. I can definitely see that being a thing.
I'll be like, what the fuck, bro? I'm like, if I'm making the crowd laugh, they laughing. Like, and then like that's how I look at it. But like some people like it's just weird how like the people that book the shows or like the people that own the clubs,
gatekeepers.
Like, like you pretty much you have to do their kind of comedy. They don't care if you're making the crowd laugh. Like, and it's weird. Yeah. That's weird.
Like you could bomb, but if that booker or the guy that ran the comic club was in the back laughing, he's like, bro, we gonna have Billy on every show. And he was like, bro, nobody laughed. He was like, bro, it's a weird catering game. But plus two, man, it's 2022. The thing that like in the last, I mean, I've only been at this maybe, I don't know, a year and a half, under 2 years, but like you can do your own stuff. Like you're doing podcasts and stuff.
Yeah,
literally, I mean, there's a place out here I've already scouted, bro. It's 1,200 to rent out, holds 200 seats. You can do your own stuff. Like
especially out there in the West Coast because those people are they're gonna show up. It's nice out.
Oh yeah,
and like they're gonna be lit because they want to laugh. Like comedy is like it's crazy because like how big it's gotten and how many like more like new like I got inspired to do comedy. So how many other people got inspired to do comedy within last year? You know what I'm saying? Like comedy is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So like, that's crazy that you've been like doing that, like spotting shit out and trying to like do your own thing. That's dope.
Oh yeah, because there's so many different sides to this, man. And then once the more you get exposed, like I went back and forth to LA for a couple months through a guy who ran a show out there, and then just watching the difference. Like he had 5 comics on. By the third comic, Billy, I literally had grabbed my friend and I was like, bro, I hope he bombs. He was like, what? I was like, because my ribs hurt, bro. Like he's like, I was like, no, not no haha. Like they hurt, bro. Like
what?
Something's wrong with my ribs, and I need the next 2 comics to bomb, so I feel like I'm okay.
Oh my fucking God,
okay, bro. And then by the time we left, like it was a game. It was like 6 of us. We were sitting there, and almost all of us were in tears. He grabbed me. He said, "Are you okay?" I was like, "No." He's like, "What? Something popped." Something popped when I was laughing. Like I've never been to something like that, and just being exposed to that, or like you said, going back into Chicago is super competitive, man, and that's super cool. Like
I like the competitiveness of it. Yeah,
I
like
love
it gets your grind up. Yeah, like it makes you grind harder. I fuck with that.
Yeah, if you're a casual person, you're gonna be doing casually show. Like it's a grind out there, and then plus knowing that, bro, I feel like you start in Chicago, bro, you can do anything. Really.
Yeah, that's what I like, and like that's what like a lot of like other comics like told me when like I did like good at a show. They're like, bro, where you from? And like I'm from Peoria. Like, you're not even from here. I'm like, bro, I'm just out here. Like I just come out and like that's like one thing that like I help like other like, you know, comics in Peoria. Like they saw me like going out there. I'm a new nigga on the scene. Like in my comedy scene, and they're like, you drive out to Chicago and shit. Like we never seen nobody like do that shit. Like, and I'm just like, why haven't y'all done? Like,
why not? Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
There are no rules.
That's what I'm saying. There ain't no rules. Like that's what I was like trying to tell like other like comics and like over out here, and like I don't know, like they just still stick to the rules. Like, and it's
gonna take something for them to see. It's like once you do it and you see that it can work, then I think that's what it is. Like you have a unique style of comedy. I still remember the first time I saw you do comedy, I honestly thought you were bombing in the first 15 seconds. I was like, bro, forgot his set. And then like you kept going. I was just like, that's just his style. Like you had this like very casual, just you pace back and forth. You would say a joke and then you would like look at us and then you would just start roasting people. And I was like, but that's funny. Like, nobody else does that.
No, like
it doesn't even seem like you're going, oh, here, like you're hitting bullet points. I was like, it seems like he's just talking to us.
Yeah, like that's how I kind of like it to like be like one of my favorite comics like it's Patrice O'Neal, and then uh, not Kirk Franklin. Fuck, what's that nigga's name? Shit. He's Franklin something, but he's a black.
Remember right when we get off the call too.
I swear to God, like Kirkland, something like that. But like he's a black comic, and like he be like having like a fucking drink on stage, and he just be talking, and like he's doing like his material, but he's also talking to the crowd. And I'm like, I fuck with that shit, because like I don't like me personally, like I can't, like, if I like feel like I'm following a script, I'm gonna feel like a robot kind of. Like, and I don't want like the crowd to seem like I'm like trying to make them laugh or like trying to get them to laugh. I just want it to come off like you know, like casual, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's the fun part for me, is that like anything can happen. You like, I sit down, like you said, you prepare your set, but in the back of your mind, you're like, it's not gonna go the way I prepared.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like, I'm just like,
whether
I
it be
don't give
good
a
or
fuck.
bad, it's never gonna go. You're gonna practice for a month and it's never gonna go. Somebody's gonna drop a bottle, somebody's gonna get up and heckle you, someone might say something funnier. Like, it's never ever, I don't care how hard, how many times you practice, it's never gonna go the way you planned it. I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, like that's like in like doing comedy out here in Peoria, like that, like, because our open mic, you probably get like four people. On a good night, we get like 10 or 15. So like you know, pretty much doing comedy in front of an empty crowd most of the time. And you know, and if it's
that
4 people, it's
your homies.
Yeah, if it's 4 people, it's like 4 comics. like that's what, and then if it's like 10 people, it's 5 comics and 5, you know, maybe it's 6 comics and the rest are like regular people that's coming to see it, like, you know, the comedians do their thing. But on the weekends, it just be sold out.
For a Taco Tuesday.
Yeah. On the weekends, it just be sold out though. I'm not even gonna cap, like they be turning up on the weekends, because they get all types of like comedians from all over the world. Like Theo Von's been there. I think Tom Segura. Yeah, at the jukebox. Tom Segura. Like hella Bruce been there. Hella like big comedians from all over the world. Like, just because like Peoria, you know, you got the Richard Pryor stamp and shit like that, and people just like to come through there just to like show Peoria love, because
like a touristy.
Yeah, like people like to, you know, give respects to, you know, because people don't even know Sam Kinison, you know, was in Peoria at one point in time. Like same as fucking I forgot his name. Fucking dog was barking, fucking threw me off and shit. God damn it.
I thought it was the one here. That's why I looked up.
The fucking dog was barking and shit, bro. But yeah, like Peoria has like, it's such a unique place, bro. Like, in like how much history it has. But when you were first like coming up, like how did you feel when you first like started in comedy? Like, did you feel like discouraged, or like because you wasn't getting booked on shows yet, or like how did you feel?
Because I didn't know better.
Yeah,
because to me it was just still fun. Like, I literally would look forward to just doing one open mic a week, and I'd be so excited. Like, that day would come up, like, okay, I got my 3 minutes, I got my 5 minutes ready, I'm gonna go up there, we finna have fun. And then I've lived that happiness is reality minus expectations. I was never upset when I was just open mic. It was fun.
Yeah, and then when you realize that like the open mics, you getting burnt out on the motherfucking open mics, and you see motherfuckers getting booked on the shows, you're like, how do I get on these motherfucking shows? Like, how do I get booked in? And then you realize it's who you know, not what you know or what you can do.
Yeah.
Like
go ahead.
No, you go ahead, bro.
I was like maybe 8 months in, and I did 30 minutes. And then the dude paid me a dumb amount of money. And what was crazy was, it was one of his friends, one of my best friends, and he was like, yeah, I'm just looking for a comic. It's like a fancier spot to spill. He was like, oh, my boy Robert does comedy. He went on my page, we DM each other. He was like, I'll give you X amount of money for 30 minutes. I was so shocked. I thought he made a typo. So I was like, I'm gonna capitalize on this, because he clearly said this is the wrong Robert. I was like, bet, I'm there. And then like that was fun, like that, because I had no expectations. It wasn't like I woke up and I was like, I deserve 30 minutes. I need 30 minutes. If I'm not booked at a really nice Italian spot, I'm gonna be mad. And then it was super nice, bro. Like, I ended up paying somebody to film it and everything. Like, it was a super high end, nice Italian place. And then it was like downstairs. They like dimmed the lights. My dumb self came in khakis and like a pull up. I was just like, oh, everyone else is in dresses, everyone else is in nice clothes. I literally sat down on stage and I was like, I look like I'm going to the YMCA. Like I didn't know this was a dress code. When even I walked in, she was like, either you're a comic or you're here to be our new busboy. And I was just like, ooh, that's rough.
Oh, I would have been like, I'm out of here. Give me my money. I'm gone. You just disrespect.
But that was the thing. Like I was just excited to be there. So it was never any. So even after I did that, I was like, oh man, what a blessing. Cool. That was so fun. That was so fun. So I think my disappointment came or discouragement came when like I started having some weird sense of like, man, I should be getting booked more. And then when that well starts to dry up, because you make this expectation for yourself, and then when it's not met, then that's when you get upset. Then that's when the finger pointing starts, or all this other things.
Yeah. When
the reality is like it's the same thing is happening. You just expect it all of a sudden. Now you think you're like owed something or something because you're progressing and you can see your progress. You demand that the world sees it.
See, like the way I look at it as, like I used to have those kind of expectations. Like when I did Zanies, that shit was crazy. Like it was like I was only 3 months.
Lineup, I was like, yo.
I was only 3 months into stand up, and like I was just emailing hella clubs, like just around like Chicago, like on the West Coast and everything. And like Zanies had hit me back, and I was like, shit, bro, it's lit. Like, and I was expecting every show to be like that. And I was like, nah, like you get like your highs and you got like your lows. Like you're doing a show where it's 100 people in the crowd, and next thing you know, you're doing a show where it's like 10, 15, maybe 20, sometimes 4 people in the crowd. And then like I'm just gonna go with the flow. Like I don't really care. Like other people can do whatever they want. And like I'm trying to like be like more strategic on how I do my shows and everything now, and how I book them. Like I don't want to burn myself out, number one, on comedy. And I just want to do like I want to like go to a show and be happy that I'm there. Like, cause sometimes I'll go to like an open mic and be like, damn, bro, I gotta listen to the motherfuckers doing the same old jokes and like still working the same old material, or like, you know what I'm saying? And and now like I switch it up to where like I'll go to an open mic out here when I'm getting ready to do, you know, like a show out in Chicago or a show somewhere else. Cause like I know like you know when you can do it, you know when you got like the shit, like, and you know you just gotta go back, like, and then when you get ready for another show, you just, you know, do the open mic just for like a tune-up, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you're just shooting jumpers like in the gym.
Change.
You're shooting jumpers, you know, you working with new material, still works too. It's not funny, but you already know the material that works. So like I'm like, bro, I need to, cause I don't want to hate like, you know, doing comedy, cause like I love like making people laugh and shit. So like I was like, I don't want to burn myself out. I'm not just trying to do just any kind of show, because number one, I can fucking kill a crowd and record that shit, put it on the internet, and that shit can blow up. And next thing you know, I'm only doing big shows. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't need, like, that's why I don't feel the need to like be on this show, be on that show, be on, like, you know, I'm like, I can make a moment happen at any moment, and I know I have that talent for it. Just like, you know, any other like person that believes in themselves. Like that's how I look at it now. Like I'm just going with the flow, so like I don't get pissed off that I'm not getting booked on something, or if I'm not doing something, the shit gonna come when it's gonna come. That's how I look at it now.
And when you feel your time doing other things and you're not, I think it helps. I think everything you do can help. Like this is gonna help you write about comedy. This is gonna help you probably even, you might get a story from just doing this and just be like, I ran a pot, like a joke might come from it. I think everything helps everything. And as simple and dumb as that sounds, it's true. And like you said, I love that you said like you're not just trying, you're not like grasping at just anything that comes. Like I do anything. You have discernment now. So now you're like, oh man, what? I'm kind of tired. I don't feel like doing nothing this morning. And like you can do that and not feel this, have this.
Yeah, I really don't.
Oh
like,
my God. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. Because like the second you do that, bro, I know hell of like I've been in like I said, I've been in a year doing this shit, bro. I've seen motherfuckers do comedy for like 10 years and they ain't do shit with it yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, no offense to them, like shout out to them for like grinding and shit like that. But I don't like, cause I've seen like comedians like David Lucas, like like he's talked about other comics hating on him because he blew up off the internet, you know, him being on Kill Tony and taking advantage of certain opportunities and stuff like that. Like some comics would be like, yo man, I haven't gotten booked on this show, and like I had to do like 5 or 6 years worth of comedy to get booked on this show. And nowadays all you need is a viral moment, and you got to be able to capitalize on it. You got to have the talent for it. And, you know, you got to have the history. Like it's just like with music too. You got to have the history, you got to have the talent, and you got to be able to, you know, keep on producing. Because like back then, you know, it was a grind mode. You hit as many shows as you need, and like people are going to talk about you. You get the word of mouth passes on. Now you can just
trying to get signed back then.
Yeah. It's not like that no more now. Like it's way different.
Now it's you. Yeah, it's 2020. You go make your. We have 20 billion soldier boys out here now.
Yeah, bro. Look at Andrew Schultz is a prime example of you don't need like he was like, you know, he just uploaded like when I listened to like his story, he pretty much said, I'm about to upload a set every week. I'm gonna upload a set. And then like boom, one of those sets just blew up for him. And you know, like next thing you know, he's booking all these other different shows and stuff, which is like pretty dope to like see. So like how do you like approach like comedy like in your kind of in your way?
In performing or in writing? Because I feel like those
performative writing, how you like view like the process of like wanting to get booked for shows and things like that, like just overall how, like what your outlook and like how you view it.
I've kind of shifted focus. Like I went from doing that, you know, when I first started emailing people and stuff like that, to now people are the greatest resource. And I consider this who you know, but in a genuine way, right? So it's not like, oh my God, Billy's got a show. Let me be buddy with Billy. So then he puts me on the show. It's like, no, like if there's so many people out here doing so much, I promise you, you literally ask, or so many people want to do a lot. Like I got a little group out here and some guys that I've known from just the time coming back and forth. We all three of us, I met, they're both named Jeff. I met them both at shows. And now we're all homies. Like we kick it, we go out, and now we're all literally, because now we all have projects that we all bring different aspects to the table, and then you start doing stuff like that. So as far as that, like I've gotten to the point now where I'm kind of like what you're talking about. We're like, oh, for 2-3 weeks goes by, you're like, you can do a show. No, I guess I'll go hit an open mic, man. I want to try a joke. I do a thing now. I just go, I'll text the homies out here and be like, which one of y'all got a show this week? They're like, well, I'm gonna pull up and watch y'all. And stuff like that. Like I think appreciating the process is cool. Writing is a love. I love creating. Writing. So it'll be something where like I'll jot a joke or a premise down earlier in the day that I'm like, man, that's kind of funny. And I'll sit down and end up writing 6 jokes and then write a whole set. And then I'm like, oh my God, this is cool. And so then I go through and I pick jokes that make a set. So you have this like database of like 100 jokes. And that I don't really at all. And then going through and then being like, okay, I'm gonna start with this, and then my transition is gonna go into this, this is going into that. And that, like, all of that's really fun to me. And I think whenever that becomes not fun, I'm stopping that day. Whenever I'm like in the midst of it and I'm like, bro, well, I'm really not trying to put together. Like when that happens, I'm like, yeah, well, it's time to do something else then. Like that's because it's so fun to me. And it's weird to explain the feeling of being honest, being comfortable on a stage.
Yeah, I love that feeling, man. Like then especially when the crowd's like feeling it and like they're laughing and you hear the roar from the crowd and you're like, damn, like some people will never ever experience like that feeling of like killing a crowd and entertaining the crowd for 15, 30 minutes, even 5 minutes, even 2 minutes. Like some people will never get that experience. It's a weird
thing where you and a bunch of strangers are all BFFs. Like you said, whatever amount, you guys all just have a journey together, and it's very unique to just you and them because you got 4 or 5 other comics on there that are having their own journey and their own little experience with the audience, and you have your little moment with them. That's super dope. That's super dope.
Yeah, like I just like it and like how everyone you got like everyone like under like your spell kind of like you got like all the attention's on you. And like I've seen comics just like bomb like a big moment. I've seen people just like just fuck up like a good, like the crowd, the energy's all good, and like bombing is just like the worst feeling ever.
Man, I lost.
Like I've seen like so many comics just like just give up, like just after like one bomb, and like I've never.
What was your worst bomb?
My worst bomb. Your worst See, bomb? like I'm good at making it seem like I didn't bomb, but like I know I bombed. But like I'm good at like, cause you know how like I'll say like a joke, and like you think that I'm bombing. Like sometimes like I may have bombed, but like I'm like rolling with it. like I'm rolling with that shit. Like I'm usually just riffing it. Like I have a couple jokes written down, and like and I'll have like you said, like I'll write a bunch of different jokes, and then I'll form like a set list. I'll remember the set list as best as I can, and I'm just like, shit, here we go. Like it's literally like it's you can have like as many good jokes as you want, but if you're not performing the joke right, it's not gonna be funny. Like I think it's all based on like performance pretty much. But I know when I like internally bomb, but I can't tell if the crowd knows I'm bombing because like they laughing like I just killed like I just said a joke, but I'm just like deep down I fucking bomb like like I fucking call my girl like after I do like a set, I'm like, oh my god, I bombed so hard. But then people walk up to me and be like, you fucking killed it, and I'm like, bro, I fucking bomb, bro. So
I do the same, bro. I hate
playing with me.
I don't like watching my shows back.
Me neither. I just post and ghost. Like I don't even like. I'm like, boop, like,
bro. Yeah,
I don't even like watching
myself.
myself.
I'm not going back to none of that. I sent a couple of them when I did the 30-minute one. I was excited. I made the mistake of watching that. I got so upset, and I had
you fucking start cringing and shit.
Man, one of my homies called me. He was like, "Boy, I am in tears." I was like, "I should quit now." Like, well, I should just. He was like, "No, but that was funny." I was like, "I'm gonna delete every file I ever have with this. I don't know why this is even available for anybody to look at right now."
Yeah. Do you ever feel like imposter syndrome?
No, because I think that's also why some people were like, "How can you go?" I'm not gonna. I can go a long gaps of time without writing because most of my premises are like true stories. I think real life is way more entertaining than anything I could ever make up.
Yeah, no, like when I mean like you just when you're done doing it, you just like, do I really do this? Like, are you like, do you ever like think that? Like, do I really like? And then
I have that only if too many people can come up to me or congratulate me, then I start to feel that weird, like you said, like I don't think I was that good. I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah,
like I get uncomfortable with too many people congratulate me.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, Robert, you did good. I was like, that's like the 9th person that said that. I know I didn't do 9 people. You did goods. I did 4 or 5. You did goods. That's too many. You did goods.
Yeah.
I don't know about. I'm trying to think how to. That's the best I could describe it. I don't know if I would even call that imposter syndrome.
Yeah. And then like another thing about comedy, bro, like it's so crazy like how you could just do a show in like a random ass area. Like when we was in Mendota, like that shit was so random, bro. It was full of Mexicans, bro. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, bro, there was only like 2 white people, and they was the ones I was performing. Like, it was a light skinned dude and a white dude. Yeah, and like I was like, damn, bro, we the only like niggas here, and like everyone was Mexican. I was like, bro, I've never been somewhere where it was just all Mexicans in Illinois. Like that's just crazy.
You remember that bar we all hit after it?
Yeah, that was crazy, bro.
That bar was mad uncomfortable.
Bro, I swear I was like, damn, I'm ready to go home, bro. Like I was just like, damn, I'm just about to just chill for a little bit, and like, damn, I'm about to just head home. But like, yeah, it was crazy. I was like, bro, it was just hella Mexicans and shit. And then like y'all situation was crazy. I was just with the weird ass people that was fucking with y'all, bro. I was just watching. I was like, damn, bro. I was like, bro, down for the count.
She was like, why didn't you help me? I was like, I got trapped too. I needed Billy to help both of us.
Bro, I was just watching, bro. I was like, damn, man. I was like, I gotta leave. I was like, I gotta go home, bro. Oh, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, but the people of Mendota, and so what? I guess we should say what happened. We out here talking over. What happened was, from my view, was weird. Some older dude came up to me. He was who you with, son? And I was like, oh, this is that Django moment. This is where stuff just goes left.
Yeah.
And I pointed to both of y'all because I was standing off to the side and both of y'all was in the bar. And then he was like talking, but he kept spitting in my face. And then he was just like, that's my wife over there. And I was like, oh, okay. And then she was like way up on girl. And then like you kept making faces. And I was like, bro, what is happening? And then he was like, she looked good. And I was like, what is this? What? Is that like a true question, dude?
Yeah, bro. I was like, dog, when you told me what he said to you, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, it's time to go home. I was like, it's time to go home, bro.
We weren't even supposed to get that drunk. I don't even know how you made it back home. The hotel was literally like a block away from that place.
Bro,
we staggered into that.
Bro, I just chilled until like I just like felt like good. And I was like, all right, it's time to go home, bro. I can't even be out here. Like I was like, it's getting dangerous. I was like, it's hella Mexicans in this bitch. I'm the only niggas out here, bro. I was like, it's time to go home, bro. That shit was crazy.
I tried to wait. I had paid $2 for a Migos song. I wasn't here.
This shit was wild. Like I've never like comedy just brings you to like so many like random ass like places like that you didn't even
that
know
you would
existed.
never go to otherwise. You would
Yeah,
never went to Mendota.
yeah, that shit was crazy. Like that was a crazy ass like experience just because I'd never been in an area like where like it was just predominantly Mexican. Like even the police was Mexican. Like that shit was
All types of parts of
wild.
Arizona.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. So like now that you like living in Arizona and everything, like how was the transition and like you know filling up the crowd out there compared to the crowd, you know, in the Midwest and like Chicago and stuff?
It was smooth because even when I was living in Chicago, I was still traveling to do shows. Like I was doing
Mm,
shows out here. I did I built up I had a small network already out here. Um I would say I don't know if it's different, but it's not like in a bad way.
mm.
Does that make sense? Like that's when people are like, oh, West Coast people are different. They 100% are, but
Yeah,
like
yeah,
not in
yeah.
a bad way. And the crowds are super friendly. Man. Also, I mean, I'm a black guy, and there are not too many of us out here. So most of them think I play for the Phoenix Suns.
Ah,
So
that's crazy. No, and I feel like funny is just funny. Like at the end of the day,
true, super
like
true.
if you funny, like I feel like it can be universal. Like a lot of like if you really funny, because like a lot of like I don't really use like local jokes, you know. I try to use like things that are universal that everyone can laugh at. Cause like I feel like it's
Yeah,
a little I can make it easy like local joke. I like to be like, man, I want to make something that's universally funny that everyone can relate to. So like number one, that's content right there because number one, it's universal and everyone can laugh at it. And then like you just know that you can like write, you know, universally funny things, whether it like relates to your life or just like a moment in life that you had. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I don't like you said that. Don't go for the low hanging fruit. Pretty much. Like,
Hmm.
oh, I can get a quick little laugh because I'm in this little town. No, just right so I can get a laugh everywhere, man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
funny. It's funny.
yeah.
People
Facts.
laugh. You know, like people thought the Fresh Prince of Bel Air was funny all over the world. So it wasn't like they were writing
It's
just for
true.
this section of the world and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Funny travels.
Yeah. That's facts, bro. So what new things you you know got coming up in the future for like stand up, writing, content creating?
Oh
Like, what can people
man.
look forward to out of you?
That's crazy. So I am literally in the very beginning stages. Like I'm scouting places out. By the end of summer, I'm gonna rent a place out, and we're gonna put on a show. We're gonna film it. And we're gonna have try to do a whole production with that. We're literally already in talks about that.
Nice.
I'm trying to get some of my short stories down, man. That's crazy. I literally linked up with some guy. He's an amazing film guy. Amazing. He's magic with the camera. And it's crazy because when he first started it was a couple of years ago, and I've literally watched him grow into just being able to do amazing. Like just said, putting hard work in. So
Mhm.
I got some short stories that I've been sitting on for years now, and like a short mini series. I want to get that filmed. I'm branching out more. It's no longer just like you said, oh, let's go to a bar show. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying to do so much more. I'm trying to build a network out in LA. So I mean, 4 months we're gonna be doing drastically different things when stuff can actually start to hit. And you guys can see what I'm actually doing and what I'm working on behind the scenes.
That's what's up, bro. I'm definitely like lit for that shit, man. And like I said, man, like I remember like the first time I saw you do stand up, like just seeing you sit down and being like super comfortable and like in like your zone. Like I've seen some people sit down and like they look uncomfortable, but you like sit down and you comfortable, you get into like your life and everything. And, like you're really good at making your life like you know funny and like things that happen in your life really funny and like and the way that like you connect with like the crowd and stuff like it's like a super like unique style that you do and I just really appreciate it and like the fact that like sometimes I feel like you riffing a lot like and like but you killing it though. I'm just like damn bro like just see because I've never like sat down in a chair and just like you know like just be like just so comfortable just talking like you got like your elbow on your knee like and you just like talking and shit. I'm like, bro, that's like such like a dope style because I've seen a lot of people try it, but they can't pull it off like as smooth as like you can do it, or like a bunch of other like comedians that are like really good do it. So yeah, man, like I want to give you a props for that shit, like because you really do your thing,
I
bro.
really appreciate that, bro. And what's crazy, you know why I started sitting down is because I got scared after like my second or third bomb. I was like, I can't, because I was showing it, like my foot was going all crazy, and the stool was there, and I sat down, and I did all right. And then the next show, stool was there again, and I sat down, and like then I was like, oh, I mean, because like I'm just talking about my life generally. It's not like I'm like, what would you do if an alien came across? And I was like, bro, literally last year I almost died, and here's the story of how I
Oh, that's
almost
crazy.
died.
That's wild as fuck. But
Man,
man,
I love it. I really appreciate that though. I really do.
hey man, no problem, man. Like I'm really excited to see what you do in the future, man. Is there anything you want to plug? Instagram, YouTube, Twitter?
Instagram, Robert Dortch. That's DORTCH or R_DORTCH. Lock in. A lot of things coming. Please spread joy. No bad days.
Hell yeah.
If you can't say anything nice, say something funny.
I swear to God, man. Oh shit. Hold up. Can you see me?
You froze.
No, hold up. All right, never mind. I got it. Hold up. God damn it, bro. My fucking camera died. I'm about to. Boom.
Hey,
there we go.
There it is.
All right, man. But man, I just want to. I really appreciate you for coming on the show, man. Like, I definitely wanted to get you on here to just like.
I was excited to be on here, man.
Man, I'm really happy that you came on, man, and like I'm just looking forward to like what you do in the future, and like you said, like you're working, you're looking at venues and things like that, and like that got me hyped to see what you're gonna do, and like I'm really looking forward to that because like not a lot of people take that risk to like do that kind of thing and put the money in, put the money towards it, and like you put your money where your mouth is, man, and I appreciate that, and I recognize that.
Hey, I appreciate it. I hope it doesn't come out like I planned it to. I hope it comes out 10 times better.
Hell yeah.
I'm just excited to get, like I said, hit the ground running. I'm trying to. I complain all the time about being busy, man, and especially moving out here is the busiest I've ever been in my life. But I love it because it's like you're doing, like it's not like I'm busy, like all my time. It's like I'm doing stuff I want to do.
Yeah.
My time I'm overbooking stuff that I want to do. So I love it. I love that. Like I'm just starting. It feels like 6 months from now, they'll be like, Robert, what are you doing? Now we're gonna go ahead and shoot another short film. We'll probably make it a mini series. Like I can't even wait for what I'm doing in 6 months, or like when stuff really starts rolling the way like we're planning it to.
Hell yeah. And like I'm really like looking forward to it because like it's just good to be busy, and like because sometimes like I'll get in, like if I'm like not busy enough, I'll get worried. Like if I'm not like doing like some things, I'll be like, damn, I should be doing something right now. Like sometimes I'll be like I don't ever want to I don't want to have that feeling where I'm like, damn, I should be doing something right now, and I'm overworking myself, or I'm over like doing something, and like I'm just trying to I'm finding that perfect balance. And like do you see yourself, you think you finding that perfect balance, or like you just right now you just like focus on
I am now, because literally I think what was it, Sunday, slept all day intentionally. Like I literally woke up, used the bathroom, I was like, I'm tired, I have a busy week, I'm not for next week, because it's just as equally important, like you said. So it's not I when I first started like seeing some type of tangible success in comedy, I was like, I gotta be doing this every day. I gotta be writing every day. And I was like, no, that's not my style. Like funny stuff doesn't happen to me, or even stuff that I think is not relatable or funny doesn't happen to me every single day.
Yeah.
So why am I trying to force something onto a page and things like that? So I think I'm hitting a stride at the perfect time.
Hell yeah.
I think I'm really gonna start hitting my stride, like I said, in 6 months when stuff actually gets to fruition and I'm seeing things through. And then some of the bigger projects that what's crazy, Billy, I've been sitting on these things for years.
Yeah.
I wrote some of these short stories before I ever wrote a single joke. I was 20, 21, 22, sitting in the cafeteria in my lunchroom. There was a cafe or cafeteria style of it, or buffet style of it. And I would go there by myself, and I'd sit in the corner and eat, and I would just write.
Yeah.
And I didn't know why I was writing, but I was like, oh, I have a story to tell. So I had to write. So I was writing, and it's just so cool to even be finally, like I knew at some point in time, this was all going to be content, whether it's somehow, some way, and not just the jokes. So I right now have I have a Google document with like literally 120 plus pages. and maybe only 40 of them are jokes. And just to be able now to do everything else, like you have your hand in so many different things. I'm just now about to hit my stride and doing all these other different things that I've wanted to do for so long.
Yeah, man, you got to maximize the potential, man, while we still like, you know, in our, you know, youthful years, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to have like, you know, no regrets. Like, damn, I wish I would have did this, or I wish I would have did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just right now, it's just the time to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of people, like I said, they like to, you said it too, like a lot of people like to box themselves into like this, oh, I'm a comedian, or I'm just a rapper, or I'm just this, or I'm a that. Like you could be, if you have the talent for it and you think that you have the skill for it, do it. Like, there ain't no point of like, you know, catering to like what people think just to make, you know, make yourself
there are no
better.
rules, man. There are no rules.
Oh man, no rules. Well, shit, man. I appreciate you for coming on the show. Robert Dortch, this is the Scottie Show. Peace.